Hello and welcome back to another standard video. I'm Drew, aka Sticky Wicket. It's a glorious day here in sunny Scotland, and I hope it is wherever you are too. Today we're going to be playing some black-green mid-range. I love a Golgari deck. Really sort of classic style. We're going to play some card advantage engines, we're going to play some efficient creatures, and we're going to kill their stuff. Headline act is the new Professor Dellian Fel. This is a new Planeswalker from Strixhaven. Gains some life, it draws cards, it destroys creatures, it does everything. And the ultimate is, we'll see how relevant it is, but I'm looking forward to -6ing and then just having them +2/+2 to sort of ping them down through the course of the game. So looking forward to playing with Dellian Fel. We're also playing some Emeritus of Abundance. That's another new Strixhaven card. Just this really sort of card advantage, grindy mid-range creature that lets us pick things up from the graveyard, hopefully every turn if the game goes really late. And then the other engine to go with those two is Obsessive Pursuit. So this is, I think you can play like Unholy Annex in this deck, or you can play Obsessive Pursuit. Today we're trying Obsessive Pursuit. So when it comes in and at the start of your turn, you lose a life and make a clue. And when you attack, you get to put X counters on an attacking creature, where X is the number of permanents you've sacrificed. So that could be the clues themselves. That could be the Fabled Passage in the mana base. You could sacrifice something to a Witherbloom charm. Or it could be mutagen tokens off the mutagen man, who also discounts the clues. That's why this guy's in the deck. In order to help us compete on board, we're playing quite a bit of mana acceleration. We're playing the 4 Llanowar Elves and 4 Badgermole Cubs. It's not the strongest Badgermole Cub deck. We're not playing 20 mana dorks like we've done in some of the videos before, but it's just a nice value card. It maybe lets us get ahead as well. And then a collection of removal. So Duress, Requiting Hex, Bitter Triumph, Shoot the Sheriff, they all do slightly different things, but they basically let us trade one of our cards for one of our opponents. Duress if it's in hand, the other ones if it's in play. A couple Lifestyle Explorers just to help us bridge that gap to the really late game, where we get lots and lots of mana into play. And yeah, that's it. That's most of the main deck. A few little bullets, so I'm a little bit worried about some of the Izzet decks that use the graveyard, so maybe Lessons and Spell Elementals. So we're playing 2 Keen-Eyed Curators main deck, and there seems to be this new Resonating Loot card from Strixhaven, the one that makes lands tap for 2 colour for instants and sorceries. Seems very good. So I'm going to play 1 Scrapshooter main deck and then a bunch of ways in the sideboard to blow that up. Rounding out the main deck, we're playing Cecils. I just wanted a cheap creature that wears counters really well, especially if we get to flip it and it gets lifelink. And then we're playing some interesting cards in the mana base. Most of it's pretty stock, a bunch of black-green dual lands, but we do have 2 Basing Says just to really help us give a chance against control decks in the really late game, and it's just a powerful card. And 2 Restless Cottage. So if you earthbend onto this, you do get the when it attacks trigger, which lets you remove something from a graveyard and make a food, even if you haven't spent the 4 mana on Restless Cottage's own ability. It is a separate ability, which is really quite interesting. So if it's Basing Say or Badgermole Cub, Restless Cottage is a really good target for that. That's the main deck. Sideboard, we have basically a bunch of Disruption and a couple of extra threats. So in the Disruption suite, we have an extra Duress and an extra Intimidation Tactics to get stuff from their hand. We have Requiting Hex, the 4th copy, and an extra Witherbloom Curse to kill small things. And then a couple of this new Withering Curse from Strixhaven. I haven't had a chance to play this one yet. Played with most of the rest of the cards in this deck, but not the Curse. Which either kills all the small things, or if we've gained life, and we have a few ways to do so in the deck, whether it's Dellian Fel, Witherbloom Charm, the backside of Cecil, etc., we can just blow everything up as well. So want to see how this one plays out. And then we have a bunch of Graveyard Hate and Artifact Hate. So the 3rd Keen-Eyed Curator and a couple of Soul Guides. Keen-Eye's like the best one, but it does cost a bunch of mana to sink into, so we want to play a couple cheap cards as well. And then a few ways to blow up artifacts and enchantments. So we've got an Origin of Metal Bending that's an instant, or can protect our dude. Web Strike Elite lets us cycle and blow something up. And a couple more Scrap Shooters. And the reason we're playing the Scrap Shooters and the Web Strike Elites is even though they cost a bit more mana, we kind of want them against decks that maybe only have one big thing that we care about. So say we play against Lessons and we want to kill a talent, an arts talent or a monument. We might have draws where we have Scrap Shooter that we want to play. Or we drew an Artifact Hate card but they don't have one in play yet. So playing these creatures at least lets us cast something if they haven't drawn it yet, and especially the case with Resonating Loot. And then just to round off, a couple of extra card advantage cards. We're playing the 4th Dellian Fel for sort of mirror matches. For any game that goes long, I'll get my 4th Dellian Fel in. And a Decorum Dissertation, which I'm quite keen to play with. I think if we can sort of sustain our life total in the mid game, this is just going to give us this huge advantage as the game goes long. And yeah, that's the deck. Let's get into the games. Okay, so as per usual, we'll be doing our 5 constructed best of 3 matches in these standard events, and hopefully we'll do well. We've been doing pretty well recently in these events, so we'll see if it can continue. All right, match 1. This hand seems pretty good. I like this. Okay. I think because we have the big payoff card we have is 4 mana, I'm actually going to lead with Duress and then play the elf on turn 2. Oh, we're playing against control, okay. I think if I just take Get Lost, I can kind of rely on this Dellian Fel. Our Requiting Hex does not seem particularly great here. Oh no, they played an untapped land. Hope they didn't draw a counter spell for our Planeswalker. That'd be unfortunate. I'm going to play it anyway. Oh, it resolves. Sick. So we could go plus and then minus, but I think I'd rather just chain some cards together. Okay, they drew another Get Lost. That happens. Still a pretty good trade for us, and we drew a Pursuit. So that's nice. This is a matchup I'm slightly worried about game 1, because we have a few dead cards like the Hexes. But let's keep going and see how it goes. We've got a nice little start here actually. I think we can go Ice Till into Fabled Passage. Yeah, that seems great. Okay, I could play the Cottage. I think I would rather just fetch, play the Passage again, and then get this Obsessive Pursuit into play. Maybe play the Cottage next turn. We don't have any Esper Origins or anything like that, so there's not a huge amount of advantage for us to continue to self-mill. Oh, I guess there is the Emeritus. I forgot about that. Okay, let's play the Pursuit. This has been a good start. Okay, they have the Resonating Loot. This is one I was quite scared of, but I think if we can try and take a really big turn here, that might end up quite good for us. So let's start mapping, I think. Don't want an elf. Yeah. Cecil's okay. Oh, I'm going to mill a card. That was a little daft. I guess I will draw the Cecil. Play a Fabled Passage, just so we can get our numbers of sacrificing thingies up. And I just want to put them in a spot where they kind of have to Wrath every single turn. So yeah, we're going to play the Cottage. Mill a card. We're going to draw off the Clue, and then we're going to stick some more counters on this Llanowells, I think. We get a bunch of life back. And hopefully, even though they've got a big, they can make some really big turns with Resonating Loot, we're kind of keeping up. So we'll see how it goes. We can maybe duress one of their key cards. They probably have to answer this board. So I'm expecting our stuff to get blown up, and then we're going to play our follow-up creatures and see how it goes. Yeah, they blow our stuff up. That makes sense. Ooh, another Ice Till's good. I think we start with a Duress. Oh, they've got only card advantage cards. That's quite scary. Traumatic Critique, if they play a land, could be for 10. I might just take Consult. Yeah, okay. So options here are we can use Basingse and play Keen-Eyed and play Cecil. That seems okay. We could play Ice Till. We'd get to play 2 land, and then we could also use... Yeah, Ice Till also lets us get counters on this Restless Cottage, so I'm going to try that. Oh, we are... we're actually going to be a little shy on mana. That's okay. Right. Oh, another cottage would be nice. Okay. Just going to play Keen-Eyed and use the clue. I slightly miscounted the mana. I thought I could use Basingse and attack, but I could only just use Basingse and not attack. The Keen-Eyed isn't totally valueless against them as well. They do typically play 1 or 2 copies of Flashback from Strixhaven in the lists I've seen. So we at least do stop that. Okay, that's annoying. Are they going to kill the Ice Till as well? Okay. That was a good turn from them. Let's just draw a card off our clue. Ooh. How much damage can we deal? So if we activate... Oh god, I need to do the maths. Let's play a land first. It's going to make our counting easier. If we animate Restless Cottage, it costs a 4 mana. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. 5 mana left. So we can Mutagen Man for 3. This will come in with 3 Mutagen tokens. Each of which costs 0 to sacrifice and use. So we get to put 3 counters on the cottage is 7, and we'll have sacrificed 3 things. That's only 10. If we Basingse onto the cottage, it costs 1 less mana. So it would be a 2/2, and we get to put 4 things on it, and oh, it adds up to 10 again. Alright, that is unfortunate. How about we Earthbend onto a non-cottage land? Just in case they have Ultima. And then let's do this for 3. I'm sure someone in the comments can let me know if there was a lethal line here, but I only got to 10. Actually, I think this is 8 because we didn't use the cottage, but it makes us a little bit safer. Right. We've been pretty good at just continuously applying pressure, which I think is the name of the game here. They might start casting Jeskai Revelations and cards like that, but we can maybe beat 1 or 2 of those. With some difficulty, I'd imagine. But it's not impossible. They also have, and this is very late game thinking, actually somewhat limited ways to end the game. They have, it's some of the lists, it depends exactly what they're doing. They might only have 3 or 4 Jeskai Revelations, and it's possible we just grind through them all. Unlikely, but we'll try. Alright, Lightning Helix. Yeah, makes sense. I've got an 8/8. They have 6 mana up, okay. Alright. Second one of these is pretty nice. Yeah, I'm going to use the Cottage instead in case their removal spell is Lightning Helix. I guess I should have drawn a card first. Okay. So many options. Right, let's go to attacks. I will try and put a counter here and try and put a counter here. I'll exile one of your cards that goes to my face. Oh, okay. Good have it. Sweet. We grinded right through them. That was sick. Okay, so we've got a lot of cards in our main deck that aren't very good. So this Requiting Hex can come out. I'll maybe keep in like 1 or 2 spot removal spells in case they have some Bezas or Meringue River Regents on the sideboard. I'll keep in maybe 2 Sheriffs, but we also have Dellian Fel, so that should be enough. We'll bring in the other Dellian Fel. We'll bring in Decorum Dissertation. The Duress for sure. Some things that destroy artifacts and enchantments. I think I'm going to go with all of these actually. And then what do we cut? Do we cut the second Shoot the Sheriff? Let's cut the second Shoot the Sheriff. Let's not play scared. Okay. Seems like exactly what we talked about in the pre-game show. We've got some dudes. Let's see how it goes. I'm not convinced this matchup is genuinely good. We had a very strong start there, but our deck looked really impressive. Okay, don't fire magic me, bro. Alright, keep. The Ice Tail Explorers were really good in the last game. We could maybe try add in 1 or 2 of those. As in, playing the full 4. They do sit in the same spot as Dellian Fel though, and I'm not sure which one is better at the moment. Cast this guy. Don't think it's a huge deal which creature we play there. Because I was short on mana, this was the least valuable, so I played this one first. Right. I would really like to get this into play. Okay, I did. Add our mana. Okay. Right, so this is going to be quite good for us. Okay, can I find a land? How worried am I about Ultima? I think we're supposed to just play this. Alright. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to gift them a card. And blow up the loot. Right, so we've got a decent board. We're a little weak to just... I think if the Ultima, we're a bit cooked. But Day of Judgment is fine. Okay, can I draw land? Okay, land is good. I'm just choosing to play my creatures first, just to continue having pressure on board. I think if I'd missed the land drop, I would have used a clue. That was quite close. May as well use this. Okay, crack this. See if we get Lightning Helix again. Get losted, okay, that's fine. crack a map. Right, lands. Okay. We're entering the mid game. We're a little behind, but not unassailable. I'm a little concerned about Jeskai Revolution here. They didn't find one in game 1, which was really big for us. I guess if we start with the map, it kind of forces the issue. I don't really want that. I'd rather just have a land. Crack this. Ah, cottage is good. So we could crack another clue and try and put the counters on this. I think the odds it actually works is very low. So I think what I want to do is cast a curator and play a cottage. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty good. We could try Withering Curse, but it kills so much of our own things. And spot removal really isn't the way to beat Jeskai Revelation, I don't think. Cast this guy. And we're going to crack a clue as well. If they have another Jeskai Rev, we lose. That's okay. No more lies, okay. Don't lose to that one. In that case, I'll play a 3/3 so I can block. Yeah, unlike game 1, we didn't come out miles ahead. So they've had time to use their big expensive answers. Okay. I think my plan now is just pop a bunch of clues and try and make my Llanowar Elves lifelinking. Oh, they got Dave. Okay, right. Is it better to Basing Say, or is it better to... Nah, I'm going to pop some clues and try and find a land. Still better to find a land? Kind of want to... Loot isn't even that good for them, so let's just cast this guy. Alright, 3/4 reach. I guess I'm not blocking with the elf. Let's punch. Alright. That's really bad for me. I think if we dodged for one turn, we could maybe turn the corner, but they did have to draw something good eventually. Okay, got a loot, that's fine. We have played all of our ways to kill the loot, but they've only got one card left, so. Well, that's quite good. I think I'm going to make a gigantic scrapshooter. Alright, that's going to be fantastic. I'm assuming their last card is like a Jeskai Rev or a Consult or something. Oh! Called it. Crack this. And make this guy enormous. Alright, we do need to dodge for a turn or two, but we are now ahead on board. Finally. Ah, come on. Okay, okay. We might even just die now. Ugh. Yeah, they'll have seen most of their deck at this point. That is about a quarter of their deck. Oh, that's such a bad sign. I'm on 10. And that is lethal. Okay. Their deck is built to do that. It's not a huge surprise. Alright. We stumbled a wee bit in the early game and we never quite got back up. Let's go to game Go to game 3. I don't think there's anything I want to change in the sideboard. It seems decent. Yeah. I could maybe cut an elf. They're really bad against Wraths, but I think just as we saw how important it was to get out in front, that if I'm a land or elf deck, I'm a land or elf deck, and that's going to happen sometimes. Ugh. Again, I'd like another land. Maybe we're playing 24. Maybe should be playing 25, but let's see what happens. Okay. Right. I think. So my next turn is going to be Badgermole Cub. And then my turns 3 kind of wants to be Dellian Fel. But both Normalize and Flash Freeze stop it, so I probably shouldn't be too worried about that. I guess I should take Traumatic Critique. And then my thinking is I can always duress the Jeskai Rev at a later point. Next turn I'm probably going to just attack. To not run. Oh, okay. Well, we are definitely going to just attack. I will duress now. So if I take stock up, they're a little mana light. Obviously, I could take the if I take a Jeskai Rev, they might just stock up, and then I can resolve Dellian Fel, but it does involve me drawing a land. Yeah, okay, let's just start trading our cards off, and hopefully the second Dellian sticks. Yeah, missing lands in this matchup really bad. Okay, they're drawing a 4th. So this is either a consult or a 2-mana threat. Or a 2-mana piece of interaction. Okay. Now, hopefully our Dellian's going to be good. To draw land. I think they've probably just picked up 2 lands. Okay. Well, we are hitting for 1 a turn. They need to eventually do something. Okay. Right, well maybe this game was not meant to be. The elf. Little late to the party. Yeah. Okay. I guess I may as well cast this. Because they have to bounce something with the Revelation. Like, it's not going to be good for us anyway, but... yeah, okay. Resolve? I'm very tempted to concede. I might concede to a second Revelation. Can we win? Can we win? I think it's unlikely. They have 1, 2, 3. If they have 5 lands in hand. Okay. I think we call it there. Well played, opponent. Unfortunate. Alright, game 2. Okay. We've got our very slow and grindy hand. Hopefully they're not trying to kill us incredibly quick. wonder if I'm going to get Spell Pierced. That would be great. Oh, we've got a reader. When the little white outline bar comes over a card, you know your opponent's hovered over it. We'll see if they played against an Obsessive Pursuit before. It looks like we're against Dimir. Don't know what type of Dimir yet. I'd like to draw a creature. Creature would be good. A removal spell would be good. I'm going to pop the clue now. If we draw a 1 mana spell, we can play it. And we've got a bunch. We didn't play this tapped. Might be getting Flood Pits Drowned. No, we're not. Okay. Unstoppable. Well, we actually can't kill that. Okay. A little scary. Let's play Nice Till, and then we can play a Llanowar Elf too. Nice. Let's develop our mana a bit. I guess the question is, do we chump block the Slasher? I think we probably have to. Oh, we might not have the choice. Maybe I was assuming. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna block. I'm blocking for days. I'm a bit scared. I'm a bit scared of just dying. Okay. Let's just get some lands into play. Yeah, I have lots of land drops. We're going to mill ourselves quite a lot here. We might end up playing some non-Fabled Passage lands. I wouldn't mind keeping the basics in my deck for later, so that next turn we can maybe get a lot of counters off our Pursuit. Okay, and then we'll play a Basing Say. I think options here are we can use Basing Say, but then we can't block with the land. Or we can just double crack Clue. I kind of prefer double cracking the Clue. Maybe we just draw a 2-drop we can play. Nope, okay. So we're going to take a huge chunk here. Like a really, really big chunk off this Slasher. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we go down to 4, I think. Yeah, we take the damage down to 6, and then the Unstoppable trigger knocks us down to 4. Last game we had no lands, this game we have all lands. I think if they have a removal spell, we're in a lot of trouble, but we'll see. That might not be too bad. That's a really good draw. Animate a cottage. We're going to just try and get a lot of Obsessive Pursuit triggers, because I don't think there's a way they can kill both the Explorer and the cottage. And if we have 2 pursuits, we can put the triggers on 2 different things, so we get at least 1 huge chunk of life gain. Like, I don't think it's going to be enough, but can try. Okay. Right, we have one more land drop, so we should probably... Oh, I wanted to hold control. I wanted to go and fetch before the mill trigger resolved. In case we milled the basics. I've got one left. We mill 2 more. Okay, and this time we definitely have to do it because we've only got 1 basic. So let's hold control. Why have I not got... Ah, I had to resolve. Okay. Land. We mill some cards. Going to play the Pursuit. I can crack 1 clue, but then what I can also do is attack with the cottage, resolve the cottage trigger before the Pursuit triggers, and then crack the food. So I've just got some more life. So yeah, let's crack 1 clue first. Oh, a removal spell's great. Okay. We do have enough mana to pop a food and... Right, hold control. Let me do it the way I want to. 1 counter goes here. And the other one goes here. And then I want to exile... Oh, they have no cards in their graveyard. I'm going to submit 0. It just means it can't be fizzled. Right, they're gonna kill one of my things, I'd imagine. Snatch back, return it to hand if it was kicked, draw a card. Okay. If I replay this, I get another land drop, but I think I just need to use my mana. Alright. That's fine. Let this one resolve, get a food. Before this resolves, crack the food. Now this goes to 5. So that's 6 with lifelink. This might be a comeback story. I guess if I'm going to shoot the sheriff, I need to do it now. I think I might, because if they kill the cub and have like a counter spell, I will take 8. I'll go to 3. And then this will deal me 2 down to 1, and then I'll die to these 1 Pursuit triggers. So let's just shoot this. It's an outlaw! Oh no! Right, do I need to kill one of the other ones now? I did not realise this was an outlaw. Of course it is, to be fair. If I kill Cecil, I'll take 6 down to 5. Oh, and this will deal me 3 down to 2, so... Okay, well I think I lose to a removal spell, then. But if we dodge for 1 turn... Oh. Got a 6/6 cottage, isn't that great? We can even animate it. We can make it use the activate ability to make it a 4/4, and then it has the 6 counters on top. So it'll be a 10/10. Right, please don't kill my opponent. Oh, let me block. Come on, come on, come on. Let me block. I think I 100% have to block the slasher. I have Kaito is pretty good. I have a Kaito, okay. I guess I'll just kill the Cecil. So I'm going to take 5, but 5 is not 11.
The housewarming party has arrived.
What a game. I think we're still losing, but it's really close now. Oh, their land is tapped. Oh, that's good for us. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, this has got to be great. What can we even pick up? I'm sure we've got everything we could possibly want. We could pick up Mutagen Man. We could pick up the other Emeritus. Requiting Hex? Ah, okay. You can see it. Wow. That game was crazy. Okay, against Dimir with slashers. Otherwise, it'll just look like normal Dimir, but they're playing slasher. I don't really want to change much. Maybe the 4th Hex. Don't think Scrap Shooter really has any targets. Is that it? Maybe I want the Intimidation Tactics too. They do have a bunch of creatures. Dellian is also a little, as much as I want to be trying. We've not had much of a chance to get Dellian into play. It is a little bit weak against flash things in Kaito. So we'll trim one. The Ice Tills were looking great again though. Okay. Good hand. It's like a removal spell, but everything else we need. Intimidation Tactics feels like playing scared. Let's just get our elf into play. We could have shocked on turn 1 in case we wanted to play Cottage on turn 2, but I think I'd rather double spell. Even though we're not guaranteed to hit that 4th mana. Right, another Keen-Eyed. Interesting. Tactics. Unfortunately, this can't take Kaito. Be nice if it could. Oh, they have no creatures. They have some very strange removal spells in 3 lands. Alright. I guess. They're probably going to bounce this, but that seems okay. We didn't block Kaito. That's good. Right, we draw a land. I think we just get Ice Till into play. And play Cottage. Milling a land's good. Anything else is just nice to know about. We're taking a wee bit of damage here, and they do have the Reef in hand. And the Soulstone, actually, okay. Cecil's 1 damage away from transforming. They could transform it if they wanted to. They could just ding themselves with the starting town. Quite glad they didn't see that. The 4/4 would have been a problem. Let's go. We don't have a land. We have 6 mana because this taps for mana now too. Kind of want to just go double Keen-Eyed. Hold up, shoot the Sheriff. Yeah, it seems good. Alright, green, green, Keen-Eyed. I think I just take the trade with the Cecil. It's really close. Because I could let them hit me. The problem is that Cecil untaps. Well, if I didn't have a removal, the problem is that Cecil untaps when it transforms. But I could let them hit me, go down to 10, they go down to 9, and then shoot the sheriff after. It's atrocious against any sort of like spell snare or counter spell though. Like we just lose on the spot. Or we don't lose on the spot, but we are miles behind. So let's just do this before blocks. If they have a counter spell, I'll block and trade. Alright, that worked. We have a big attack. We have a lethal attack. They need to do something. Random green idiots, go. Alright. We'll take it. Their draw was much scarier in game 1. Okay. 1-1. Let's go. Let's claw it back. Ooh, I'm glad we're on the play because this hand is very slow. But we'll keep. Right, no elf. Oh, and we drew a Badgermole cub. This is fantastic. If they just play a creature, we're in such a good spot. Nice. Okay. Dellian. And let's destroy this cub.
Professor Dellian Fel. Thank you. This is merciful.
I think I'm just going to block. Well, threaten the block. I'm not sure if I'm going to plus or minus Dellian next turn. If we plus, we get to threaten another removal spell. What's Finn? Oh, I remember this one. If it deals... Yeah, I get poison counters. Okay. Doesn't seem too scary. Let's duress them and see if I need to plus or minus Dellian. Okay, they have a bunch of stuff. Reach down 40, okay. 4 mana. I'm actually just going to plus and play the Pursuit.
I can heal you.
If they attack me or Dellian, I'm probably not going to block. Dragon Sniper, okay. They are Death Touch Tribal. Okay, block here. It doesn't have Death Touch, right? No, okay. Resolve, and then I can pop a clue. I think if we keep plussing, they're just in like a terrible spot. So I'm going to keep doing that. I think I play a tap land plus Emeritus. Yeah, that seems good. And just commit to being the control gamer here. I'll trade with the Dragon Sniper, and I'll just let Vayne hit Dellian. Oh, I probably should have popped it. Ah well. Blow this up. Okay.
Be gone from my presence.
Play another Pursuit. Draw some cards. I should draw cards first. It's okay. Draw some cards. Attack. And let's put 2 counters on each of my dudes. And I think we're just going to turn the corner really quickly here. I think if they just play the big guy, we kill it and we're just infinitely far ahead. Dellian looking incredible. Oh, this one's different. What does this one do? Trample. Oh god, I've never seen this card. When a creature you control deals combat damage during your turn, put that many counters on it. Okay, and they can cast it from their graveyard by removing counters. Okay, well it doesn't have protection, so let's go plus. Shoot the sheriff.
Never take growth for granted.
And I think Kraken is lethal. Yes. Okay. Nice. I'm going to take my Duresses out. They didn't seem great. Bring in Intimidation Tactics. And then maybe just the Wraths as like catch-up cards. Their stuff was big and death touchy, so I'm not sure Scrap Shooter is where it's at. And Dellian looked great, so let's get in the last Dellian. And... it all looks good. Let's try and cut this Witherbloom charm, I think. I think the Requiting Hexes will be better. Okay, and any of the small stuff we can sweep up with a curse, hopefully. Okay, if we want to be the control, this is a hand we want. Oh, they missed land drops. That's really good for me. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Mono green is probably not good at removing that. Yeah, okay, right. Well, that was a little bit of a freebie the way, especially game 2 played out, but we'll take it. Right, match 4. Yeah, this is a little slow and clunky, but I think we have to keep. Okay, hello one. They lead on Cecil too. Looks like Dimir again. Like to just keep drawing lands. I'm a little bit scared of getting Kaito'd again, but if we can avoid it on turn 3, then we might be okay. No flood pits, please. The 1-drop into flood pits when they're on the play it just makes it so hard to stop Kaito. I am going to just destroy Cecil. Okay, no Kaito. That was nice. No lands for us. Unfortunate. Just play a cub. Unlikely it's going to live, but it gives us a couple of blockers. Alright, that's fine. Okay. Siren's fine. I think one thing we're learning is that this deck feels quite clunky when we're behind on mana, and this deck feels really powerful when we're ahead. So I think we definitely should add the 25th land. Yeah, I'm just going to kill a creature, I think. Alright. Their hand is, because they haven't played Kaito or Curiosity yet, their hand is probably all cheap interaction, like removal spells, counter spells. Unless they've had 2 draw steps to find a Curiosity, I guess. But. Right, can we find a land? I really wish I had double black. I think my plan is now is just to kill the soulstone if they wake it up. Yeah. Alright. They could also have some lands in hand. If we rip a couple of lands in a row, we might be in quite a good spot. But we need to dodge from them as well. Just getting reefed. Okay. I'll take 5. Milling me or milling you? Oh, they're milling me, okay. Oh, there's our lands. I'm wrong. Okay, Cecil. Let me block the reef. This does just happen sometimes. Yeah, they get to attack with the reef, and I don't think we can ever actually win this game. So I'm just going to concede, and let's go on to game 2. Alright. What did we do last time? I think the hexes are good. The intimidation tactic's good. Yeah, we cut a Dellian Fel for sure. Maybe one less duress. I do think we're actually set up completely fine for this matchup. I think we'll stick like this on the play. On the draw, we'll probably bring the curses back in, I think. I think on the play, we want to be proactive. That's just sort of my thinking developing on this matchup. Okay. All right. Game 2. Oh, we're on the play with an elf. Glorious. We've still only got 2 lands, but I have faith. Okay. Elf is gone. Play another one. So if we let the bat trigger resolve, if they take the hex, we just play Dellian and kill the bat. I think I'm just going to requiting hex it, and then that way I can 0 with Dellian. Definitely not blighting. Yeah, our hand looks fantastic in this spot. Definitely just drawn a card.
I need answers, and you're going to learn something.
I like to draw land, as is the constant refrain, I guess. Okay, give me a land. Okay, that's actually pretty nice. We are going to requiting hex this. Just probably going to do it at the beginning of combat. I think they're going to kill this, but that is okay. Alright. Kill your Spyglass Siren, I think. Counterspell here is completely fine. Okay, I think they need to kill the Emeritus if they can, because I can just regrowth Dellian Fel. To keep reading it, I'm assuming they are going to kill it. Okay, just have a Kaito. Are they going to just minus?
Ha! I love a dramatic entrance.
Alright. Oh, that's fine. So I think we regrowth Dellian and then Bitter Triumph Kaito. Seems like a good sequence of events for me. I'll pay 3 life. I want all the cards in my hand. Land. So you go. believe they also missed a land drop last turn, so they do have 3 spells in hand. Or at least 2. The 2 they had last turn. Yeah, I'll get rid of the elf. We found the 4th land, so we can get rid of the elf. And they got a siren. That guy is an outlaw, right? I believe that guy is an outlaw. Yeah, pirate. Yeah, pirates are outlaws, okay. And they have Cecil. Alright. So... We can play Dellian in 0, in which case it will live. If we minus on the Cecil, they need, if they just hit a non-land off the map, they just attack Dellian down. That doesn't seem very good. So yeah, I think we just go minus here. No, 0. We go 0. Because they can't kill it if we 0. They've only got 4 points of damage. Unless they draw like another siren, but... It's fine. Or a Kaito, I guess. Kaito would be good. And then next turn, we can block and just use all the cards in our hand. Okay. They've got Curiosity on top. That's pretty scary. Just a land, okay. So they can use Fountain Port and make like a fish or a treasure this turn. But we do get to keep Dellian in play, which is great. This guy's vigilant, right? The guy's vigilant, cool.
That won't earn my respect.
Oh, Mutagen Man. Interesting. Let's 0 again, I guess. Okay, and then I think we stick to our plan. We play the 2 1-drops. We attack with the Emeritus and we will shoot the Sheriff something. Probably the Spyglass, because we can't block it. It's really nice knowing about the Curiosity. Right, they take 3. And when we get to 8 lands, this gets re-prepared every turn, which is a pretty big deal. They just have to start trading it in combat or killing it. And the game might get to that point. It's actually quite tricky for them if they want to kill Dellian Fel or draw a card off the Spyglass. Because I think Curiosity only triggers when the creature hits a player, not a planeswalker. Right, how are they attacking? Dellian, no, Spyglass at me, okay. Cecil at Dellian, okay. Okay, those attacks make sense. I think I'll trade the Cecil. Wait till they cast the Curiosity and then... I can't shoot the Sheriff the Spy. Why do I keep thinking I can do that? I even said it 2 turns ago. Oh, that's bad. Okay. I guess they are going to draw some cards. Alright. I should probably just kill this Curiosity because the body is actually a little bit of a big deal. Okay. Right, let's little tire. Alright. It's pretty good. I'm gonna plus, I think. My reasoning for plus is then it kind of encourages the Siren to attack the Dellian. And then I kind of want to go Pursuit plus Ooze for 2. I can put 2 counters on the Emeritus. That seems like a lot. Okay, that seems good. If we draw a land off Dellian, we can give it lifelink. No, I'd rather gain life. Okay, let's do it this way around. Mutagen Man for 2. Then we're going to put one here and one here. This is going to get 2 more counters. I think they have to chump. And then I think we definitely plus Dellian in this spot. Okay.
The right spell turns poison to medicine.
My creatures are all now pretty scary. Mutagen Man making the clues pop for 1 seems really nice. I don't know what the lore at all behind this guy is from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've not a clue. But the magic card's quite good. That's so good for me. Kaito's a bit scary, but not the worst. Okay, they do have Kaito. They don't get to draw off of either Kaito or Curiosity though. Because I've not lost life and they've not dealt me damage. I wonder if they just stun down one of my things. Yeah, that makes sense. What's her last card?
Press the attack.
If it's a removal spell for this guy, we're in trouble. It is. Okay. Yeah, very nice. And they have another removal spell on top. Alright. Well, I guess we need to draw something. Find me a removal spell, please. The passage isn't bad. It does let us give our elf lifelink. Removal spell? Come on. Oh, that's great. And we'll blight using the Emeritus. Oh, that is like the best possible. We're still not clearing home free, but we get to deal with the Kaito. We get a bunch of life, and they're probably in Fountain Port mode. Nice, that was pretty sick. Yeah, and I think they're probably thinking through if they shoot the Sheriff the Elf, because it's the one that can attack next turn. I'm only 2 lands away from re-enabling Emeritus. Alright. You do get to make a fish as well. So I wouldn't mind something to block with. Alright. Works for me. And again, we're in top decking modes, but we both have kind of like a Phyrexian Arena type card in play where they have Curiosity and we have Pursuit. You know, this has been quite snowbally the last few turns, and this is generally how this plays out. If we get regrowth back, oh, we just pick up Dellian Fel again. That'd be great. I will block. I don't see a reason not to. Alright. Spyglass. Okay. That card seems good against us, actually. It's just a really annoying card. Okay, just a tap land. I guess if they're going to chump blocks, yeah, the map doesn't matter too much to me. Oh, they should have mapped first. That's unfortunate. Let's take the Kaito. So I think we can get to 4. I'm imagining we can get to 4 types with Curator. It's a creature. And then they had an instant over there too. Ah, they have a sorcery and an instant. Okay. So I think this is going to be very close to game. So we're definitely doing this. Let's take the sorcery. So this is a 7 with trample. So it deals 6. Oh yeah, I think we're good. Oh. Well, this just means I don't have to worry if I got the maths wrong. This mutagen man also impressive. We might want another one. Okay. So this has trample, so all the counters on that. Alright, sick. Got close in the mid game. Okay, on the draw, I might bring in 1 extra duress. We're just so weak against Kaito on the draw. I would quite like that. And we'll maybe try Withering Curse over something clunky like this Scrap Shooter, or I really like the Pursuits. Yeah, maybe 1 Curator and 1 Ice Cell, just because we're on the draw. Let's be really, really controlling. Alright, and looks fine, I think. Oh, they don't have a turn 1 play. Phenomenal for us. Right. Cecil, okay. This doesn't tap for black, which is nice. I think we go Intimidation Tactics, Badgermole Cub. Doesn't actually matter which order. Blood Pits and double black removal spell, okay. Yeah, I think still playing the Cub is fine. It's going to trade for a removal spell at some point. And then we get to go Emeritus, which will hopefully trade with this. And then Ice Cell, and just pop off from there. And I don't think they have an option. They could also kill the elf. That would be annoying. Hope they don't do that. I guess they might actually, because their turn 4 could be Animate the Soulstone and their turn 5 attack with the Reef. So there's a reasonable argument for them killing the elf too. Yeah, okay. Right. Elf is not the worst draw. I should have... No, that's fine actually. I maybe should have animated onto the swamp. It's pretty close. Right, Soulstone. I'm not going to play around the Kaito Curiosity here. Sometimes they just draw it. Ooh, Cecil's great. That makes me want to go Emeritus plus Cecil as opposed to Ice Till. Because it's two good blockers as opposed to just one. Essence Scatter, alright. This guy. Cottage. So yeah, we can regrowth. Maybe the Cub? Cub seems pretty good. If they just send in the Reef, it's great for us. Okay. I think they have to mill themselves. Mind, I quite like it if they mill me. Ah, they mill themselves. Sensible play. Take it this turn. Okay, Shoot the Sheriff's great. Yeah, regrowth onto Badgermole Cub. Cast Badgermole Cub. Earthbend onto this cottage. And then now we've used the Emeritus, I think we can trade it off. And we do have Shoot the Sheriff up if they just animate the Reef again. We have lots of good draws. Lands are not terrible with Ice Till in hand. The Planeswalker, Dellian Fel or Pursuit is great. And we're not too cold to a Kaito or a Curiosity. So yeah. Genuinely their worst hand for us is probably like double Spyglass Siren. I had to say it, didn't I? Shoot the Sheriff can also not kill Soulstone, for what it's worth. Sure, I'll just kill it. Nice. Right, they are on 11. Not 100% sure how we've dealt that much damage to them, but they are on 11. I guess they're Cecil. I guess the Cecil's dealt all the damage. Wonder what their Strategic Betrayal. That does not, unfortunately, work against the Earthbent lands the way that they would, I think, like. I do still get the trigger to come back, get it back. Oh, that seems nice. I think I definitely want to transition into being the beatdown. I'm just not quite sure how to do it. Let's play the Cub. I think it's this way. We're not going to hold up the mana to animate. 2, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're just going to make some foods, I think. If we animate this, once it's already a creature, it does just become a 5/5, the +1 counter. I think I said that in the last game too. So yeah, now we're in a really good spot. They go to 4, so we have 2 different lethal attackers next turn. Okay. What does he draw? I'll take 1. Day of Black Sun. Oh, that is really good. Okay. I was not expecting that card to be in the deck. Maybe it could have held the second Cub. Oh, we drew a land though. We're great. We're perfect. We played amazing. Hit them for 4. Yeah, I guess if we thought about day, we could have just held the second Cub. Just to give us a bit more explosiveness, but it's fine. Cool, 3-1. Okay, match 5. Let's go. Ooh. I guess we keep and hope they're a slow creature deck. Ah, we drew the elf. Phenomenal. Island, okay. Good draw. Cast this. Attack for 1. I didn't know that triggered if X was 0. It's actually quite good to know. You could come up with the Restless Cottage. Consult, okay. Could be control. Could be maybe a combo deck. Just the 3 islands is a bit sus. Either way, just going to play the proactive card I have in hand. Probably getting countered, but we'll see. Yeah, 3 steps ahead. Perfectly fine for us. There is there's like a mythic rare from Bloomborough, it's called Eluge. They could be playing that deck, which is just a bunch of cheap blue instants and sorceries and Eluge. And for the life of me, can't remember what the card does. So we'll see if that's what they're on. Draw a card. I think I'm just going to double crack Clue and make my elf a 4/4. It's not amazing against like an unsummon or something, but target here. I guess I'll just crack this now. Just in case they had a way to tap it or something. I genuinely don't know what's in our opponent's deck. Take 4. You know you want to. Come on. Yeah, makes sense. Mono blue. Very cool. I saw this deck list a while ago and it was on my list for maybe to play on the channel, but we'll see. If I lose to it, I think it'll bump it up my rankings. Land, elf. I think I'm actually going to just play 1 elf. No, that's crazy talk. Play 2. My thinking was it could let me use my mana more efficiently to just play 1, especially if they do play the Eluge or a creature. Because then I could crack the Clue plus better, but I think if they're doing spot removal-y type stuff, I'd rather just get my elves into play. Okay. They have Aetherize. Mono blue players love an Aetherize. It's the one that returns all attacking creatures to their owner's hand. In which case, I might not attack with the Earthbent land off the Badgermole. I might just attack first. Oh, that's good. Take 3. Okay, sure. What a strange game. Play the elf. And play cub. Getting to Earthbend onto the passage is really nice, it just ramps me. 3 steps ahead, okay. Winter Night Stories. Another good card. I should sack this on my turn so I get an extra counter off the pursuit. And that one's great. Alright, I want to stick this first. If it gets countered, I can use more mana for the clues. Crack this, I guess. Swamp. Attack. Eddie Merc Crab. Okay, that makes sense. I think I'm so far off removing all of their stuff. But we'll at least remove the Winter Knights. And I'll remove the other Winter Knight. Now I guess we do an instant and sorcery count check. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at sleight of hand, 7, 8. So I'd need to remove 4 to even have an impact on the crab. I don't think that's worth it. As in to do it all right now. We can just do it at the end of the turn, but we will blow up this crab. And I'm going to just keep thinking about that Aetherize and maybe split our attacks between our different creatures. So maybe just attack with the 2 elves next turn rather than the Curator. Getting unsummoned and then countered on the way back down seems pretty bad. Use this guy. And then, is it even worth fighting this fight? I think I might just rather use the mana on my clues. Alright, they unsummon it. That's fine. It feels like it's going to get countered on the way back down. So, okay. We are... I'd be a little bit conscious of our life total, but not too much. Gain 5 life, or sacrifice a permanent, draw 2. Oh, these are good. Draw card. Play the Keen-Eyed again. Go to attacks. Consult for 4, okay. Which one is target? Let's crack a clue now, I guess. Extra little bit of damage. Take 4. Yep, okay. Gets unsummoned. Play the elf. Play the Cecil that we're going to have to be very careful about attacking with. Crab main phase. Okay, why are we doing that? That's a bit scary. Are we getting Sunderflocked? Sunderflock would be really bad for me. Oh no. Alright. Okay. Start replaying the creatures. I guess we should, at first priority, just kill the Sunderflock before it kills us. Play the elf. Play the elf. Play the elf. Play tap land and say go. Yeah, I mean, you do see almost all of their deck. Yeah. Alright. Pretty cool. I don't mind losing to cool things. And they do have the Eluge. What does this do? Power and toughness is equal to the number of islands. They have 7 islands. When it enters or attacks, put a flood counter on a land. It's an island as well as its other types. And the first instant or sorcery cast costs blue less each. First instant or sorcery spell they cast each turn costs blue less for each land they control with a counter. Okay. We are going to have to Witherbloom Charm to gain 5 life, I think. Yeah, it looks like it. Let's just do this now so it doesn't get countered. And then we go creature, 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 go. And then next turn we can sacrifice 3 things, whether it's the food off the cottage or these clues, and give our enormous curator lifelink, I think. Alright, go to blocks. Can I block with the Cecil? I think I can block with the Cecil. So this way I take 5, 6, 7. I untap and take 1 more is 8. Okay. Yeah, take 2 off this, puts me down to 4. Use this. Right. Is my plan to make a giant lifelinking curator going to work? Be nice if it does. Ooh, that's pretty nice. The other thing we can do is attack with the cottage, but that's quite mana intensive, so I think I'm just gonna... Is it? Let me see. So we play lands. 4, animate the cottage. It'll cost 1 to pop, so I can do Mutagen Man for 1. Yeah, let's do Mutagen Man for 1. And I think this is, if I've done the maths right, this leaves us at 6. Even if our Obsessive Pursuit gets broken up. And actually we can just leave the elves back. Alright. I want to put the counters on the cottage. And I want to exile, I guess nothing, just so it can't be fizzled. And then I want to crack this, gain 3. And I guess I want to... I'm going to just leave the elves up as blockers, I think. Ooh, I gain a ton of life. Nice, okay, good. That was a good turn. Winter Night Stories. Why did they play the land first? It doesn't matter, I will take it. We're not dead to Sunderflock. They've probably got, I'd imagine, 4 crab, 4 Sunderflock, 4 Eluge as their creatures. So they've got a lot of creatures left to find. Okay. They're just seeing their whole deck. Pretty sick. Alright, I'll draw a card. I'll draw a card. Alright, we're gonna have to do some maths again. Oh, actually I think we don't have to. I think we get to just go duress, kill the Sunderflock and animate the cottage. Because it's still got the plus counters on it from before. Nice. Shoot. Alright. Yeah, we go to 2. I want to see what's in their hand, though it doesn't matter. Get out. Good to know about. And animate this cottage. I don't know if we made hard work of that, or if that's just how this game's going to go, but that was quite fun. Smash. Cool. Okay, so I do want to be dealing with the graveyard, I guess, for the crabs. It's not essential, but it seems pretty good. If we take a look at their unsummon effects, I think it was literally unsummon and bounce off, which is a creature or a vehicle, and unsummon is just a creature. So the planeswalkers and the enchantment seem great. So yeah, I'll bring in the extra Dellian Fel, the discard spells. And maybe the Soul Guide. The Requiting Hexes have 0 targets. The Witherbloom Charm does have 0 targets. Scrap shoot, I don't think has any targets. None of my stuff is randomly an elemental, right? It is not. That's a shame. Maybe one cub out? Because they're playing Sunderflock. I don't think we want Withering Curse as a backup plan. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Ah, good hand. Start with the elf. He's gonna unsummon it. It's so annoying. Ugh. Well, they didn't opt, so I'm assuming it is an unsummon. I guess I need to duress first then, because if I Badgermole Cub, getting the land unsummoned is really bad. Detect intrusion, okay. Unsummon, get out, consult. Can I just want to take this get out? And yeah, we'll play Keen-Eyed instead, I think. Okay. Duress is great. So we'll start with punching them for 3. Gets unsummoned, okay. Fine. Now we duress them, and if it gets detect intrusion, it's fine. Alright. So they have 4 instants and sorceries. So they can go land crab next turn, but we can kill it, because it will use all of their mana. So that's going to be tapped. Let's go to combat. Get crabbed. Getting crabbed. Oh, it doesn't use all their mana. I miscounted. It costs 7, not 8. Okay, well, that's fine. It happens. And then let's try and just kill this right now. Oh no, I want to just pay 3 life. Okay. So they are 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm going to remove one creature, one card now. Yeah. So that way they do need a land and another crab to play. Play land and pass. So they do have a land. If their last card is Eddie Mark Crab, we are in a lot of trouble. But if it's anything else, I think we're okay. Forest. Oh, they let us draw, which is nice. Attack for 3. Right, I think I'm just going to use this spot to exile all of the stuff in there. Oh, I wanted to do it in their upkeep. That was bad. Exile the consult. Exile your sleight of hand? No, you didn't have one. Okay. And the unsummon. And then I guess we'll take the crab and maybe the duress from our graveyard. That gives us 3 types. Right. Attack. I will exile the Fabled Passage. That'll make this 7. And it's not even the worst case scenario if it gets unsummoned. Take 7. Ooh, is our hand all counter spells? That would be not so bad. Hey. Or just an island. If I play double elf, I have a lethal attack. But if I just exile this 3 steps ahead, they can't get enough instants and sorceries for a crab. So I'll do that. I think with the triple elf, we will probably be able to get 1 point through at some stage in the future if the game does go. Alright, Eluge, it's fine. Well, I mean, it's massive, but it is what it is. And an opt. Okay. Oh, that's free. That's so nice. They topped, so it's not a land. I'm going to attack with the Keen-Eyed and then use the Emeritus to get back my Bitter Triumph. Damage? Why would they block? That's strange. I don't know why they blocked. I'll still stick to my plan. Play this. No, no, no. I see what you're doing there, Arena. Tap the mana properly. Get the Bitter Triumph. That block was really odd. I think I'm missing something. Not sure what it is, but I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. Take the opt. Cottage is pretty nice. Send the team. Yes! 4-1 again. Got a good wee run going in these events. That was fun. The deck was really quite good and grindy. I quite enjoyed it. Right, we'll take that. Alright, we'll take our reprizes and then we'll have another wee look at the deck. So I think this deck was pretty strong. I would say the Ice Till's really overperformed. I would maybe try and get another one in the deck somewhere. Witherbloom Charm was okay. Maybe that's one of the cards we could cut. And yeah, the deck looked really, really strong. I liked the Mutagen Man a lot. Every time we drew it, it was fantastic. So we could maybe play a third one even though it's legendary. Other than that, I think the deck was good. I would maybe like one more instant Speedway. I talked about before why we put some of the creatures in to deal with the resonating loot. I would still maybe like one more instant speedway to kill it. Other than that, deck was great. Let me know in the comments what you think. Drop a like, a subscribe, whatever floats your boat. Hope you have a good one, guys. That was a blast. Bye.